Next up, we'll discuss John Cena versus Bray Wyatt. The leader of the Wyatt family has laid down his objective: convince the rest of the world to see John Cena the way he does. With that being said, the stakes are high for John Cena too, as he said he'll be a monster for a day to secure his legacy for a lifetime. How important is this match, and what do you expect out of it once everything is said and done?
I don't know if I'm going out on a limb by saying this with this overall build-up for WrestleMania, but this has been the most well-booked match on this WrestleMania card. You have some great promos coming from Bray Wyatt's way, and you have John Cena having to get in there and actually take action in order to defend his legacy. And you have an overarching narrative that's about more than just winning and losing the match. It's about Bray Wyatt attacking John Cena's character and wanting to tear down the empire that he's built around him. And in the build-up for this, we've had a little bit of back and forth. You've had Bray Wyatt have the goat match scene where the Wyatt family beat up John Cena and had him laying out on the ring ropes with the goat mask. And then you had John Cena come back. And this is probably the coolest thing I've ever seen John Cena do. Come in when the lights are out with Bray Wyatt sitting in the center like he always does, and John Cena just walks up behind him and takes the mask off and reveals it is him and beats the shit out of the Wyatt family for a minute. It was a really cool visual to see. Heading into the match, I'm real excited. I can't wait to see. Like, I can't begin to predict some of the spots that they'll do or how they'll interact, because we've seen so little of Bray Wyatt in the ring, especially in singles competition. The only real exposure that we've seen of him is in his match with Daniel Bryan, and it's pretty difficult to have a bad match with Daniel Bryan. So this is a big, big match as far as establishing Bray Wyatt as a top figure going forward, and as John Cena starts to wane in future years. I'm going to pick Bray Wyatt to win this match.
I've been thoroughly entertained by the build-up to this. Some plot holes here and there, but overall I feel like it's been probably the second most consistent as far as build-up goes for the match. Very excited for the match. I still don't want to say that I trust Bray Wyatt to bring it on the main stage of WrestleMania. You really look at his matches, and on pay-per-view he's only had 3 singles matches, and one of them was not even booked for the show beforehand. The other one was absolutely terrible. So it's going to be really interesting. It's a big match for him. I think based on the storyline, I would say that Bray Wyatt winning would make the most sense, and therefore I'm going to go ahead and pick John Cena.
I see what you did there.
Yeah, well, I really enjoyed the build-up for this match. It's just been really good, really consistent. On Raw, John Cena pulled out that great moment with the lights gone down and everything, so that was really good. But just overall, I've really enjoyed this build up, and I want to say this match is going to be okay, it's going to be decent, but I really want it to be amazing. Now with Cena and Bray, we haven't seen Bray Wyatt too much in the ring. I don't know if they can deliver, but I'm hoping they can. I'm hoping that they connect together and we have an amazing match, because I just want this match to succeed, and I want it to go places and people to remember it. So great build up, and can't wait for the match.
Make a pick, damn you.
Yeah, who do you pick?
Oh, sorry. I got Cena. It's just, I have to choose Cena.
For me, the perfect word to describe the build for this match would be disjointed. Even with that being said, I don't think that it should be understated how much I enjoyed a lot of what was provided here with the amazing individual components to this feud, but it's just that there wasn't much effort put into forging the strong connections between all of them to make the overall picture capture the same feel as the moments that led into them. For example, the feud started out with the Wyatt family costing Cena the Undisputed Championship and a chance to main event WrestleMania. Then they attack him and almost injure him. A few weeks later, he's joking about how they look like homeless bums. The very next week, all of a sudden, he's afraid of Bray Wyatt. Then after that, he's seeing shit that isn't there because apparently Bray Wyatt is getting to him psychologically. And a mere 7 days after that, he's back on top of his game. Maybe I'm being a little nitpicky, but as much as I enjoyed a lot of that stuff, I would have loved to see how it all connected from one point to the next. And on that point, Cena did do a bit of work on Raw trying to connect the dots and explain his change of heart when he said, the greatest thing about fear is the moment you realize that you have the courage to face it. That promo was great, and it was pretty freaking awesome when he popped up out of nowhere in the sheep mask to infiltrate the Wyatt family. It was a nice moment that I'm hoping leads to a great match between Bray and Cena, which I'm actually looking forward to, and it'll be interesting to see how their styles clash between Bray and Cena. For the little that I have seen of Bray Wyatt, in the ring. I really didn't like that match that he had with Kane. The one that he had with Kofi Kingston, that's forgettable. But the one that he had with Daniel Bryan, that match was fucking amazing. I'm hoping that he can capture some of that same magic that he had at the Royal Rumble at WrestleMania. And as far as the winner goes, I was originally thinking that there wasn't such an open and shut case that Cena would win, that Bray was the overwhelming favorite in my eyes. But now, looking at how the storyline is played out, it does seem as if the stage has been set for that triumphant beating the odds victory for John Cena. Now, even though I'm pulling for Bray Wyatt to win instead of Cena, I wouldn't be surprised if he did. So my official pick is Bray Wyatt, though.
Does it really feel like that to you, that Bray Wyatt is just another manufactured opponent for Cena to be able to overcome?
I think that Bray Wyatt has done an amazing job at making himself seem like a threat to John Cena, but it's just that with everything that has happened, this feud is too put together for me. It's like WWE was going down a checklist, like, okay, well, we have to get to the point where John Cena says he's afraid. We have to get to the point where John Cena, he comes back and he's back on top of his game. It's like they were going off of a checklist on things that they had to do, and they didn't really care about, the stuff in the middle, like the meat, the things that connect at one point to another. Like, I'm hoping that Bray Wyatt doesn't turn out to be that to John Cena, but I can't shake the feeling that this revelation that he had came too soon. Like, everything came too soon for me.
Well, you were talking about earlier how it went from laughing, joking Cena to him the next week coming in and saying he was afraid. I can almost kind of accept that, because the laughing and joking, smiling, kissing baby Cena, that's what we've always gotten. So, of course, he would approach the match that way and approach the feud that way. And maybe it was his way of sort of trying to push his feelings to the bottom and put on a facade of this isn't a big deal, and, this is just another opponent for me to overcome, until he ultimately realized that this is something completely different. You know what I mean?
But what was that moment of realization, though? Like, if it happened in John Cena's head, more power to him. But I'm just saying, as a viewer that's consuming the product that WWE is putting out to me, it would have been nice if we got a chance to see it. Like, I think it's great that he came to that revelation, because Bray Wyatt, he does position himself to be a threat. But I just feel as if what John Cena, his part in the whole situation, and it's not his fault, it's the way that the feud was constructed, that it's something feels weird about it to me.
It's probably because Cena said he's afraid. From the moment he said that, I'm just like, this is for Cena. This build-up's for Cena.
Yeah, because maybe I'm looking ahead too far, because you have to wonder, if Bray Wyatt defeats John Cena at WrestleMania, what's the next step from that point? Like, John Cena, he can't go out there and say, oh, I'm afraid again now. Like, he can't do that. So I'm just wondering, like, how do you go on from this point with Bray Wyatt winning?
Well, first they have a rematch at Extreme Rules, and then after that, we'll deal with that.
You gotta have the reason to have the rematch.
Yeah, what's going to be the story for the rematch?
Cena loses, has to overcome his odds again. I don't know, maybe.
Maybe this would be a way of getting Cena to take a break for some time or something, and go and find himself again or something. But I mean, we did go through that whole thing after he lost to The Rock too, so.
Maybe they're going to properly do it this time. What's going to happen with him and The Rock? I don't know.